What's up, trigger pullers? Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If this is your first time with Fit and Fire, thanks for swinging by. That is awesome. I sure do appreciate each and every single one of you guys checking things out, each and every video that I put out. We've seen a lot of growth here over the last couple of months, and that is super cool. Thank you so much. So let's get into it. We're going to get out of the firearms genre and area, arena, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to get into the gear section. We're going to be talking about the Fraser Optics S250 stabilized binoculars, and this is actually something I've been really interested in doing over the last couple of months. I came across Fraser Optics when the Gun Collective reposted one of their stories on the Instagram feed, and anytime that the Gun Collective puts something out there, I kind of take pause, look over it, see if it's for me. If not, obviously I keep on going, but if I do like it, then I really kind of dig into what's going on with that post. And with the Fraser Optics S250, this is a pair of binoculars that are stabilized, and we'll get into what that actually means here in just a second. But again, it was pretty exciting to see all the different things that they've got going on. So obviously check them out on Instagram, check out their website. I'll have a link to all of that down in the description below, so you guys can definitely check those out. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We're obviously, again, talking about the Fraser Optics S250 stabilized binoculars. And let me tell you, these things are pretty freaking awesome. Now, full disclosure, Fraser Optics did send these to me for review. I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent about the optics themselves. Naturally, I want to be fair to Fraser Optics in my review of it, but I also want to be fair to you guys as well. So we're going to talk about the specifics on this pair of binoculars. We're going to talk about some of the people that could benefit from the use of these, and then some things that I would like to see improved on maybe later generations, or maybe different models or something like that that they may offer in the future. So let's just jump right on into it. Again, the S250 is 8.9 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and 3 inches tall, and weighs 3.7 pounds. Now that's going to be a little bit heavier than what normal binoculars are. And the reason for that is their advanced gyro stabilization system that they have integrated inside the binocular themselves. So that's actually really, really super cool. It's extremely easy to use. All you have to do is press the power button on the back side. There will be a green light that flashes, and then when it's warmed up and fully operational, it's going to have a solid green light. You have a toggle switch right over here that will either lock the gyros so they don't move, which means the image will not be stabilized, or you can flip it up to stable, and that will engage the gyros to start moving and then stabilize that image, right? From what I understand, it's done by moving the front lenses. So as you can see, I hit the toggle switch up, and you should be able, you can hear that rattling. Those are the gyros stabilizing the image. As I hold it steady, you're just going to hear a little bit of a hum, but if I move them around, you can hear those gyros trying to stabilize that image. So very easy to use. I've had a lot of fun, and it was very intuitive on how to use them. You know, hit the power button, flip the switch, everything's smooth. I like that. Really, really super simple. So what are some of the other features with this? It is a static 14 powered magnification on the lenses. The objective lens is going to be 41 millimeters, and then it's going to have a field of view of 74 meters at 1,000 meters, or 4.3 degrees, if you guys understand any of that. It runs on a single CR123 battery, and it has a continuous run life of about 12 hours. Now, I didn't take the time to turn it on and let it sit to find out if that was actually the case, but that's what the information they have on their website is. I trust them. There's no reason for them not to say anything otherwise, but so there you have it. It's shockproof and is ruggedly built to withstand extreme temperatures, which is an added bonus for some of the people I think could benefit from this pair of binoculars. And then the really other cool thing that I like about it is that the optics themselves are fully multi-coated magnesium fluoride. So what that does is it enhances the light transmission coming into the binoculars themselves. So in dusk or dawn low light situations, it's going to amplify that light. So as you're looking through it, things are going to seem a little bit brighter than it would be with the naked eye. So that's extremely beneficial, especially for someone like myself who is getting a little bit older. It's a little bit more difficult to see things in low light. So having a pair of, some glass that will enhance the ambient light is always beneficial. So let's talk about some of the applications that we would have for this pair of binoculars. And I have 3 groups of people I think could really benefit from that. And the first one is going to be the hunting crowd. That's something that's a little bit more in line with who I am personally. Right now, it's just right after the new year. This is prime time for coyote hunting, varmint hunting in the state of Kansas. So being able to have a pair of binoculars that you can stand on a hillside and really look into the draws or areas that a coyote might den up is extremely beneficial. For those individuals who are really serious about hunting, that go on hunting excursions out in mountains like Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, or even Alaska or something like that, and in instances where you have to see from one mountainside to another mountainside or extreme distances, this would be extremely beneficial as well, because that stabilized image is going to allow you to see things far more clearly than it would be if you're trying to hold a standard pair of binoculars. You're fighting your arms, you're fighting your head, maybe the wind's blowing, so you're fighting environments. Maybe what you're looking at is moving at the same time, so you have all of those different things to fight against. With these, stabilized, clear, magnified image, which is super, super cool. Now, the other group of people I think could benefit for this as well is going to be the precision shooting crowd. And the reason why I say that is they're going to have one less item to carry around with them. Typically, the precision shooting crowd has someone on a monocular spotting style scope, and they have it on a tripod. With these, you don't need a tripod. Again, that's going to be one less thing for people to pack into the mountains if they're going on a hunt. So that's extremely beneficial as well. And then the final group of people should be no surprise whatsoever, but that's going to be your tacticians, right? Special forces, SWAT guys, maybe some of the elevated units in the military like your Marine Marauders or Rangers, maybe some of your elevated infantry units in the Army, like those very specific specialized units like the 10th Mountain, 101st, 82nd, so on and so forth, could really benefit from the use of these, because again, you're going to have a very stabilized image which will allow you to get a lot of information what you're looking at. Maybe it's a high value target that you need to ensure that you positively identify that that is the individual that you're wanting to get after. Maybe you're looking at a building and trying to figure out the best infill and exfil points. Who knows what it is. Having a stabilized image to be able to look at and take your time and ensure that you're extrapolating as much information as possible is extremely beneficial. So let's talk about one of the things that I think would really benefit the S250 and an area that I think that Fraser Optics could improve on, and that would be ranging capabilities with the optics themselves. Now naturally this is going to be a 14 powered optic, so you're going to be able to see very long distances very easily. But if you are looking at pretty long distances, some people, precision shooting crowd, maybe your hunting crowd, especially your tacticians, they're going to want to be able to have the option to maybe range that whatever you're looking at, you know? So one of the ideas that I had was maybe to see if there was a way to etch in a mill reticle into the glass itself. We see those with your standard GI issue binoculars. That's what I used when I was on tanks way back in the day, but it's pretty standard for those types of things to be able to range something using the mil dot system. Or if they really wanted to get super technical, they could add in a laser rangefinder into this system as well. Now, some of the problems with that is there's going to be more technology added into this. That means it's going to be more weight, and then it's going to increase the cost as well. So I would lean away from a laser rangefinder more towards the mil dot reticle. That would be extremely beneficial to all three groups, I think, especially if you know exactly how to use mils to calculate distance. So with that being said, is the S250 for everyone? No, I really don't think so. But those guys who are really serious about hunting, really serious about precision shooting, or your tactical crowd, it would be extremely beneficial. Now, it is going to be fairly pricey. With the technology inside, you're going to pay, a premium cost, but I really do feel that spending that amount of money is going to be an end all for you. You're going to pick up these binoculars, you're going to have a lot of fun with them, and if you are serious about any one of those three groups that I talked about, this is going to be the only pair of binoculars that you'll probably ever use. On top of that, as mentioned, they have a lifetime warranty, so if something gets dinged up on it, you can just send it in, they'll repair it, and yeah, I think that's huge when it comes to spending a lot of money on some glass, especially that has something that is going to stabilize the image that you're looking at. So there you have it. That is the Fraser Optics S250. Again, I want to say thank you to them for sending this out to me. I sure do appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun using it, and I look forward to seeing if they make any type of changes with future models or different models, different generations rather, in the future. So again, appreciate them sending that out. I hope that I've done them justice, but also have given you guys some pointers on some things that could be improved or why I think they're so great. So that's really all I got this time. I sure do appreciate you guys swinging by. Thanks so much. I've got a lot more content coming up. SHOT Show is just around the corner. I'm going to be out there hanging out with a whole bunch of really cool people and seeing some really cool products as well. So with that being said, I do appreciate swinging by. Thanks so much. As always, freedom through strength. Here comes a high five. See you guys later. Bye, y'all. If you made it this far in the video, then I'd really appreciate if you guys would consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Or if you want to check out some other videos that I've got going, check them out right here. If you like the hoodies and shirts that I'm wearing, that's Revolutionary Patriot. I got a link to their website down in the description below with a discount code. And as always, keep on dropping those bells and shells. Thanks, y'all.